Also want to discuss issues that have to do with how we promote further investments in both countries. We've got about 22 companies from South Africa that have invested in the US, thus creating a number of jobs. And similarly, you've got almost 600 companies that have invested in South Africa, and some of them have been in South Africa for more than 100 years.
That's true.
So our links are really long-lasting, and we would like to recalibrate those relations between our two countries and discuss a whole range of issues, geopolitical, the work that you're doing to bring peace around the world, in Ukraine and in the Middle East. So we value that, and we are also a great contributor to peace processes that are going on around the world. And of course, we want to discuss how we can support each other. You are a much bigger economy than we are. We're just a tiny economy, but we rely on each other on a number of issues. We've got critical minerals that you want to fuel the growth of your own economy and reindustrialize. So we have that on offer, including rare earth minerals.
Imagine that you're President Ramaphosa from South Africa. You are the leader of the ANC party. In South Africa, they're a multi-party political group that runs South Africa. They don't have one or two or three parties like in America. There's been registered around 450 parties in South Africa, but whenever you break it all down, it's about 10 political parties run South Africa. The one that's in charge right now is the ANC, the African National Congress. That is who Ramaphosa represents. Imagine coming to America, going to the Oval Office to meet President Trump, and you're kissing his ass, talking about your rare earth minerals and your critical resources that you can offer the world if only you had good trade deals, maybe with a good partner like the United States. Let's negotiate, sir. I think we have a lot to offer. We have such a great economy. We got going. It's very small, but it's going great. And Trump sits there and he's making that face. I zoomed in to show. Does he look happy? He doesn't look real happy, huh? He just took in some refugees. Remember the all the nonsense about that and white genocide, and how I'll probably get a fact check on the video. One day I'll be big enough that I'll actually get a fact check. Maybe one day it'll say white genocide is not real. Imagine going to President Trump and begging for things and begging for a deal and kissing his ass, and then he says, "Hey, let me show you something. Dim the lights." Imagine what that might feel like. You're about to see.
I could show you a couple of things, and it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yeah. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Whatever we want to do, we can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill the mother, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Pa, pa.
The man of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched, There will be times, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot to kill Yamaza. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Kill the brewer, the farmer.
I don't know. You tell me. Did President Ramaphosa look super comfortable? Did he look like he wanted to watch what Trump was showing him? No, not at all. And like I was saying, of the 450 parties, political parties in South Africa, there's around 10 that are like really centralized and get melted down to these 10 political parties that basically run the country. Even though ANC is in charge and Ramaphosa is the head of ANC, what you were just seeing and hearing was the leader of the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters. That is one of the 10 political parties that have major persuasion in South Africa. So make no mistake, when Ramaphosa sits down in their parliament, whatever you want to call their organization of government, when they have meetings, the EFF leader that is kill the boer, kill the white man, shoot them, don't be afraid to kill. Killing is part of revolution. Revolution is now, and we kill now. Chase them, kill them, shoot them down. He has to sit there and listen to that. Now, I promise you, Ramaphosa sits down in meetings to create policy for South Africa with the man that is yelling, kill the Boer, with an entire stadium full of people chanting and dancing, kill the Boer, shoot them dead, chase them down, kill their families. That's what they're chanting. Ramaphosa has to pretend like he doesn't know what's going on. Now, some of the other political parties don't like it, of course. I'm not saying that all of South Africa's government is trying to kill all the white people there. That's not what anyone's claiming. The claim is you're allowing crimes to happen and you're not prosecuting and you're not deterring people from killing farmers. That's what genocide is. That's the ethnic cleansing that's happening in South Africa. You're just getting rid of them one way or another. Any way you have to, you will. And whenever they brought up to the government, parliament, whatever you want to call it, to ban that song from being sung at political rallies, the centralized government of South Africa, including Ramaphosa, decided that that song is free speech and you're allowed to sing that song at political rallies and use it as their battle cry, and there's nothing wrong with it. So Ramaphosa himself knows about this song, knows that it exists, and has okayed it to be used on political rallies. So Trump making him sit there and watch it and make him, you can see he doesn't want to watch it. I'm not saying Ramaphosa is for it, but he's certainly not against it and he's not stopping it. And obviously he could. The next part, I just wanted to show his faces and show Trump's faces. Now, I wanted to keep focused on that instead of showing you what he's showing you. If you want to see what it is real quick, before we jump to that, this is the next part that I wanted to highlight where Trump shows this was kind of a memorial type of thing for the farmers that have been killed. They set up around 1,000 crosses on the road. This was back in 2020. This is from September 5th, 2020, where the farmers were trying to get the attention of the government that the farmers were being killed and no one's doing anything about it. Ramaphosa has to pretend he has no idea what that memorial is and has no idea where it is, and it's really cringy that he doesn't know what that is. I know what it is. I'm an American in my pajamas in my living room, and I can do one Google search and find out that was on September 5th in 2020, and it was a showing and a protest to show the government that we're being killed and you're not helping us. That was back in 2020, and it's only gotten worse since. And it doesn't help that the American political machine and mainstream media puts out Trump and Bush's South African president with, quote, unfounded white genocide claims, unfounded and untrue white conspiracy theory about white genocide. Trump is sitting there holding paperwork with like 1,000 farmers that were murdered and trying to get an explanation on why this is happening and why the political parties, one of the major political parties in South Africa, are chanting to kill white people and kill the farmers and get rid of them. Explain it, Ramaphosa, but he won't. So let's move to the white crosses and the memorial that Ramaphosa has to pretend he doesn't know anything about in his own country.
These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross. And there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses. Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen. I don't. Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa. That's
We need to find out.
Now, I don't live in South Africa. Maybe that memorial doesn't stay up all the time, and that's why he's playing coy about it. Well, I don't know where that is. Where is that exactly? Dude, you heard Trump say, well, it's in South Africa, dude. You tell me where it's at. It's your country. Where's that at? But he has to pretend he doesn't know where it is now. Maybe that memorial was just set up for a one-time thing. Maybe it was only up for a month. I don't know if it still stands or not. I don't really care. I'm not going to go crazy trying to look into it. It's just I'm trying to point out that Ramaphosa isn't talking about this. He didn't come to talk about the white genocide thing. He was invited by Trump to come and visit if he wanted to, because Trump wanted to show him this stuff. Trump wanted to ask what in the hell's going on, because he doesn't trust the news and the way the fake news handles things, and them not doing any reporting or journalism whatsoever at all. So if you think Ramaphosa doesn't know about the White Cross Memorial for all the white farmers that are being killed, do you think one of his rival political parties that he makes policy with and creates laws with in the country, they recently had to have a sit down about the legality of the economic freedom fighters and their leader making this song, chanting this song, creating this song, and doing it at political rallies for the government? And they decided, the South African government decided, that this is free speech, it's not inciting violence, and there's nothing wrong with it. They're allowed, the EFF party's allowed to keep using this chant as their fight song and their rally cry. Do you think Ramaphosa doesn't know about this song? You tell me, does this look like something that he wouldn't know anything about?
Alliance shoot to kill Gaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa.
So clearly Trump brought him here because he hates the media and hates that they keep lying and printing articles with headlines that say no white genocide, giving me fact checks on my YouTube videos saying white genocide conspiracy theory is not a thing. They're acting like it's white genocide, like in the entire, like the global thing, and they make it so blown out and hyperbolic that it's a conspiracy theory and it's wildly ridiculous. You know, the white people in the world are already the global minority. Only in America, the people run around saying that white people are so the majority and run the world. And dude, white people are the smallest demographic in the entire world. And a lot of people don't like that. They really are mad that white people control so much of so many of the best westernized countries. It's just I don't know. Be better, build better stuff. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you're so mad about. Anyway, you can do it too. Just build something better. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Trump is trying to point out that there's clearly something happening, and everyone saying that it's not happening makes him want to rip open Pandora's box even more and go, what is happening here? Why is everyone so adamant that nothing's happening? Like, if you go and look up any any headline about South, oh my God, I can't even talk. Any South African genocide, go and look that shit up. You're gonna see the media, mainstream media, pushing back, telling you that it's not real and how it's not happening, and that it's just a couple things. Now Trump's gonna immediately, because he wants to say, I don't know where that is. I don't know what's going on. Ramaphosa came here to fillet Trump and tell him how great South Africa is and how they have rare earth minerals and they have so much to offer. If only America would give them everything, they'll be so much better. That's what he was hoping this was going to go like. And here's Trump giving him receipts of all the farmers that have been killed.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation
I don't
we've just
know.
seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. death, horrible death, death. I don't know.
But you know that
I
there are
think
black
anyone,
people who are
white
dying
South
most.
Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all, I mean, I'll give these to you.
No, I'd like
So
to-
when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do.
I
Look
mean,
at this.
but-
White South African couple say that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it isn't?
Well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place.
President Trump-
These are all white farmers that are being buried.
President Trump.
And he asks about a jet that was given.
My first question
You
is
ought to
about
be
African
ashamed.
We're not interested in the
You know,
jet.
you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter.
If they're committing genocide, why invite them? Sir, if they are committing genocide, why invite the South Africans to the White House?
May I finish, please, President Trump?
President Ramaphosa.
Mr. President
This
Trump,
is
may I-
one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a report from President
Can you give us your
Ramaphosa?
reaction to those videos, Mr. President?
President Trump, could you?
Well, I think
address
the
black
videos
people
are
dying
so.
more than white
No,
people?
no. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what
He's
it
allowed
is.
Ramaphosa
And I have
to
other
respond.
friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it.
We're going to.
But this is a tremendous look. This is story recent. These are all people that recently got killed,
Yeah.
and I don't know how it can get any worse. These are
President Trump,
Yeah, I mean, this is brutal. Trump clearly was not happy with Ramaphosa. He invited him here. Ramaphosa came. He was really hoping just to say, hey, we would be so much better if America hooked us up and gave us. He's going to basically request a bunch of technology. But let's button this up. I don't want this to go on too long. I'm going to link in the description. There'll be a link for this entire thing. If you want to see the entire interaction between them, you're welcome to go down the description and check it out. Any other sourcing I use will be down there just like normal. I'll probably switch the artwork up in the next couple videos. We'll see here. I like Cookie Monster. Plague Doctor got to come back. We'll figure it out. We'll figure this thing out. But in the end, Ramaphosa's. I figured I'd give you Ramaphosa's final answer to Trump about what he's going to do about the white genocide situation, ethnic cleansing, whatever you want to call it. And I do accept his answer. I think he's lying. I think he's full of shit. I think Trump is right to call him out. And they call it an ambush, but really he knew Trump has talked about this stuff in the past. He just took refugees from your country. You should be aware that this was going to happen. But Ramaphosa did not really seem prepared for it. And in the end, he says, oh, that's why I'm here. Nelson Mandela. Did I mention his name yet? Don't you remember Nelson Mandela, how great he was? Now, Mandela told me to always talk and when there's problems and come to the table and we'll figure this thing out. It basically, Trump turned him from saying how great South Africa is and how much they have to offer. Let's do trade deals with each other. Let's do some stuff that hooks us up. Please, America, hook us up. To, oh, yeah, our country has a lot of problems. I hope we can come together and be good partners together, and you can help me fix this. Give us technology that will tell us where gunshots are coming from, like you have in America. Give us something to fight the crime. You're telling me what genocide's happening. Help me fix it. That's what this turned into, and it's pretty pathetic. Trump just strong-armed this dude into dealing with the genocide and ethnic cleansing that's happening in his country. Do I think Ramaphosa is going to do anything about it? Probably not. If he wants something from America while Trump's in office, he's going to have to, and that's the that's the point of the video, and that's the best part about Donald Trump. These white farmers will be forgotten about. These white farmers would just be killed. Their land would be taken. That's it. The EFF party they're literally wearing shirts that say "Take the land." On the back of their shirts say "Take the land." On the front it says "Shoot the Boer." On the back of their shirts it says "Take the land." And then they're like, "There's no ethnic cleansing. There's no genocide. What are you talking?" We're fake news, man. That's not real. What are you stupid? You a stupid MAGA Trumper or something that don't know what's going on in the world? What are you, stupid? Look at the news headline. The headline says there's no genocide, idiot. All right, let's finish it up. Last clip. This is Ramaphosa's response on how this whole thing changed at the end here.
No, I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here. But I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake, like NBC, which is fake news, totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible. But if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it. But they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay? The United States, not to me, to the United States Air Force, so they could help us out, because we need an Air Force One until that's Air Force One, it's being built. 2 of them being built. But Boeing's a little bit late, unfortunately. So why did they give us a plane to the United States Air Force? That's what that idiot talks about after viewing a thing where thousands of people are dead.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay. But coming back to this issue, which I really would like us to talk about, and talk about it very calmly. We were taught by Nelson Mandela that whenever there are problems, people need to sit down around a table and talk about them.
Well, there are
and this is precisely what we would also like to talk about, including, of course, trade matters, investment matters. So the issues that concern you as the United States.
Those are all recent. And those are all deaths.
Yeah, in many ways, I mean, one should say you are a partner of South Africa, and you are raising concerns, and these are concerns that we are willing to talk to you about. Let me just add quickly, you know, the criminality that we are experiencing in our country needs quite a lot of technological capability. And in one of our areas in South Africa, we're using US technology, which is able to, in many ways, identify where shootings are happening and all that. And I'd like to talk about that, because there is support that we can get from you as the United States to help us deal with all these acts of criminality. And that is what I believe partnership is all about. And we are here as a partner so that we can help each other whenever there are challenges. So I'd like us to discuss it, and of course outside of the media, so that we sit down and have a really good discussion that will lead to good outcomes.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add other than that. I figured it was fair to show Ramaphosa's final answer instead of kind of leaving it open-ended and just telling you what he said. I figured I'd just show you. I'm going to start to try to make, I always threaten with making shorter videos and try to make little ones and just kind of show a clip and just talk about it real quick briefly and post it. I just feel bad doing it. I'm not really a reaction channel, but I'm not a podcast, but I'm like not a daily news station either. I don't know what I am, man. I'm just here. We're just talking. We're shooting the shit. Subscribe, like, hit those buttons. Rich Cotton is down in the comments. We're building a little community where we talk to each other every day and just like-minded people talking about the stuff that happens every day in the news. That's what we're doing here, man. So join us. You know, it is what it is. I got a lot of videos coming. I got Adam Conover video coming from Tim Pool. I got so many videos in the bank and so many projects I'm working on at the same time. But the news keeps breaking and putting new stories up that I keep having to jump over to. Oh well, there's nothing I can do. I'm a little, I'm just figuring it out, man. We're just doing this America first shit, and we're making it happen. So hit those buttons. Let's do it. I'll see you guys soon on the next one. I appreciate you watching. I think Adam Conover's coming next, but if something else crazy happens, we'll see, man. Thanks for watching. See you soon.